The settlers that came back here in 1619.
Oh, God, 1619.
When my family came here, there wasn't no welfare. When they came here, there wasn't no HUD. There wasn't no people giving out food stamps.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Can I grab your? Can I grab your?
What? Already?
Huh? Will you be okay with that?
That's extremely inappropriate.
You touch me, and the police are going to arrest you, sir. Rarely ever did I.
So I'm assuming this is the non-Republican side of things. They are really going crazy. That was a crazy way to talk to somebody, bro. I'm not gonna cap. That was crazy.
I see liberals walking up to the Trump supporters and asking questions, let alone deciding to actually go into Trump's rallies and hear him for themselves. This time, I wanted to see if I could get something different. Will you come with me over there and we'll go talk to the Trump supporters?
Now, here's the thing. I know this is a fucking trap. I know it is.
It's not a trap.
It's
not a trap.
I know.
What's gonna happen?
All right. I know this is a trap.
What do you think about the message that these protests?
I do understand his fear. You're going to territory you're not really known with, and you just don't want to go.
Are sending the Trump supporters.
That shit's fake.
Well, first of all, they demonstrated.
Then I met Marcos, who took me up on the challenge.
I don't think hate is a part of democracy, meaning the other side. I actually got a ticket.
Marcos believes the hate is coming from the right, the Trump side of the road, just like most liberals and Democrats.
I have a ticket to go in.
Oh, in the Trump event?
Yes.
Okay.
But I want to go in to be able to prove a point.
Okay.
From a strong black man perspective.
Marcos believes Trump and his supporters are racist, that when they say, let's make America great again, they really mean, let's make America white again.
I'm an American citizen.
Why are you so stupid to think that if Twitter's a public company,
and that other people,
why are you that dumb?
such as the Trump people, you know.
I'm not even gonna cap. Like, that is the narrative. That is the narrative that you get from for the Republican side. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't necessarily know if that's true because I haven't really looked into it. I'm not even gonna lie, but that's just what you hear, and it kind of just like, oh, you just think it. Because unless you look into it, you won't really know for sure. That's not good.
They just don't want to see it. But this go all the way back to 1619.
He also believed that if he went inside the Trump rally, he would witness true racism firsthand. A clever little gotcha move that the left would love to see. Instead, what ends up happening is truly amazing.
They represent whatever they represent. I'm representing the black man.
So I wanted to take you over here with me to the Trump supporter side, and so you can experience what's over here on the Trump supporter side, and maybe you can show me if there is racism over here that I should be concerned about.
I literally have a ticket, though. Like I explained to you, I have a ticket.
Okay.
But me seeing no blacks over there, that confuses me. What are on the people's minds on the Trump line? What are on their minds?
And you know what's crazy? It's the fact that it was white liberals telling him not to go over there or saying it's a trap, but ironically, the black man, one of the only black men, is like saying, "Oh, I'll do it. See what happens." He's actually, according to the what was said around, like just was said, he should be the most susceptible to racism and bigotry. So we'll see what happens. And he's the bravest one to go over there.
That's what I am trying to figure out.
All right, let's go find out.
Future wife's right there. Your future wife.
Let's go find out.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, someone said your future wife's over there.
Okay.
Marcos also expressed fear
That's what I mean.
that his safety would be in jeopardy if he went inside the Trump rally.
Hey, I have a ticket for this event. I do. Will I be safe in there? Will I be safe?
He wants to know if he's going to be safe inside there if he goes.
Yeah, come on in. You go with us.
Why the first guy walk away?
Come on. You go right here with us. You break a line.
You can come in line.
Come on, man. I put my arm around you, man. It's all about love, man. I love all my people. I love all my people.
That's a good thing.
I love all people. Come on, man. We love you, man. Come on with us, man.
We're gonna
Come on. They love you. They love you.
Come on, let's go down some more.
Why do you guys...
Nah, this gotta be fluke, bro, because the first guy just walked away. So I don't believe it. I don't believe it yet, bro. I don't. Not yet.
Support Trump.
Because I believe in freedom of speech
That's right.
and the Second Amendment.
He's doing what's best for the country. Legalize immigration, not illegal, right? What's wrong with that?
Okay, so
Those of us that have to come here legally, we pay a price for that, and so people jumping over the border.
Drink your
people get
water.
mad. People get mad when people jump over the border at Disneyland.
okay, so hold on. Tell
We're
me this.
talking
So
about
back
something-
in 1619. Let me tell you
You
something.
can't be thinking in the past, brother.
What do you mean you can't be thinking in the past?
You can't.
You do things in the past to get to the future, boss.
I know, but in order to move forward, man, you can trip if you keep on looking backwards.
I saved money in the past to buy a car in the future. Come
If
on.
you keep on
That's-
looking back, you're gonna keep on tripping, brother.
You gotta figure out where it started, boss.
Oh, I know where it started, man, but it's about where we're going.
Go to the bacon store and then the Burgess house. Go
Keep
to-
on looking
and
back, you're
read
gonna
about
trip,
it.
man. No.
Read about it.
You can't have that victim mentality, brother. You can't do that, man. We got to move forward.
That's history, boss. We got to this point.
History. History, man. It's history, brother.
He wants to know, is he going to be safe if he comes in with you guys? Because he doesn't know. He's
If I
what?
come in with my
For
kids,
sure, yeah, you'll be good.
Of course.
Yeah, come with
That'd
us.
be good.
Are you in the front? See, you're not
We've
in the
got
front.
tickets.
You
You
like
can come with us.
Saddle.
You can come in with us.
Can you tell us why you support Trump?
Because he puts America first, which is what a president should do.
So let me tell you that term, America First.
Yeah.
Let's go back to 1924, the Democratic National Convention, right?
Yeah.
All Ku Klux Klan. Guess what their sign said? America First. The first coin of the Ku Klux Klan, one side of the coin said.
Thank you.
This is the truth.
Was America First invented by the Ku Klux Klan? Even Snopes dispels that rumor. Just because some random white supremacist out there might have said America First, you get this rumor perpetuated by leftist media outlets that the Ku Klux Klan was originally using America First.
And this is the problem I have. You don't really even know what's true, because if I was at the rally and he told me that, here I am doing a reaction right now or commentating on right now, and I automatically thought like, wow, that must be true. It's not even in my brain to be like, no, I'm gonna look into that. But she just kind of said, no, that's not true. That never even happened. But even still, I have to look into it because I don't know. So it's just so much rhetoric going across, and usually it gets to the point where over time, majority of your information is just stuff that you've heard. Like, I've heard stuff about the different presidents and the different policies, but I'm going to be completely honest here. Majority of my knowledge on this information is stuff that I've heard. Like, it's heard from other people, heard from schools. So this is why I kind of try to go deeper into this topic, just so I can learn more.
And that they invented it. The white supremacist group made frequent use of the slogan more recently embraced by President Donald Trump, though they did not, as some claim, invent it. But see, these people,
Make America.
racism is so far from their mind
I understand.
that they don't even,
No,
that
I
doesn't
don't agree with
register.
that. That's not true.
Go ask him. Go ask him.
That's not true.
Okay, he wants to tell you, what does Make America Great Again mean to you?
What does it mean to me? It means that we have opportunities. Donald Trump has done a lot specifically for me because with like jobs and stuff like that, and I invest in the stock market and stuff like that, and I've made a ton of money. So you see all these people over here and stuff like talking bad about him, but they don't understand. That's what it is.
Well, it's not that they talk
How many
bad about
Trump
it. It's the
rallies
First
have you been
Amendment
to?
Right?
You said
It's
what?
their First Amendment right.
It is the First Amendment right,
Donald Trump
but
talk about everybody.
said what?
He talks about everybody. He call people names. It's horrible. He cusses people out.
okay, what's wrong with that?
Look, hold on.
Have you read the
You
Constitution?
just said what you have. It's
Okay.
a freedom of speech.
Okay, so why can't he say what he want to say?
That's what I'm saying. But you're saying, look at those
You know the
people.
great
You
thing?
comparing the people.
We're here in
saying
America,
it's not fair.
and we can say whatever the fuck we want to say. That's what I
true.
think.
That's
You guys
true.
take it easy, all
Power to the
right?
people. Power to the people. That's all.
Speaking of which, saying whatever the F you want to say, it's kind of weird because one thing I've noticed so far in this video, like, do you remember the very first start of this video where they were cursing her out saying, do you want to be grabbed by your private area? All that stuff. That was the liberal side of stuff. That's what people say, the liberal side of stuff. And I've just noticed that on this side, and this is just an observation, it's way calmer. Like, for example, you ask somebody, why do you support why do you support Donald Trump? And they would say, well, I support him for this reason right here. But if you go to that side, it's not even like they're supporting someone else. They're kind of just over there hating Donald Trump. It's the craziest thing. And I'm not saying it's wrong or right. It's just what I've noticed. They don't necessarily support another presidential candidate. They just don't like this presidential candidate, and they don't like people who do like this presidential candidate. So that's kind of why they're there.
Like I said, hold on, I'm trying to figure who I'm gonna use my ticket with. I'm going in with somebody.
Why do you guys support Trump?
I like his realism. No fakeness.
No fake.
Just tell us how it is.
Tell us how it is.
Tell us how it is.
So he wants to know if he goes in there, if he's going to be safe and welcomed.
I will welcome you with open arms.
Oh my God.
That's her.
We're all one people, right?
That's what we'll say. But do the rules apply the same?
Absolutely.
Have the rules applied the same?
Well, some people try to keep us segregated, but we're not going to allow that to happen.
But it's part of the laws. It's part of the rules.
We're going to be one people.
It's part of the rules. It started off that way, and it's got to still continue.
We're going to make the
that way.
necessary changes, and it is everyone's
King said it
united.
best. Let's all be one people.
Well, we've been saying that, and what happened to him? He dead. He was non-violent, and he still died. They said Malcolm was about violent, and they both in the same place.
And a lot of those Democrats a lot of the people that were part of the KKK were Democrats back then.
And I noticed like that's kind of making sense. Like he's saying all these things, and what he's saying is true. Like Martin Luther King was anti-violence. He was extremely peaceful, but he did still end up dead. But what he's trying to imply is that he ended up dead because of something that I guess Trump or Republican Party did. But I just watched a video, and all this stuff happened while the Democrat was in charge. But here's what I'm saying. I don't know, because I've heard that the party switched. I don't know if they switched or not. I don't know. That's why I'm learning, and I'm asking how to help me on this process. But all I'm saying is, a lot of what he's saying or what he's implying, it's not really fair to imply that all that happened because of the Republican Party or because of Trump supporters or because of I don't know. It's not a fair argument. It's not really talking in good faith. Because you can say, yeah, this happened, but it's not necessarily her fault it happened, or it's not necessarily her party's fault it happened. So that's all I'm trying to say.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Times change.
So we got a dilemma here, don't we?
Yeah. So let's talk to more people. Come on.
Hey, you guys are almost changing me around. Hold on. A few more, I might change my mind.
Yeah.
Huh? If I can get in there safe and get out safe, guess what? I'll become a Trump supporter.
Whoa.
When I went to the Trump rally down in Florida, there was more Cubans there than there were white people.
Okay.
So it's not all the same in every city. It's just based on demographics. And I'm sure these people would be happy.
Every time when you look on TV, you mean to tell me you don't see all white people behind them now? Come on now.
We haven't at the Trump rally?
Yeah.
Well, they want.
Is it a representation of America the way it is?
It's because they want more people of color to join them.
But
the mainstream media,
get that when you...
The media tells everyone that listens that Trump is racist, and these people are watching Fox News, all these other ones. It's like, he's not racist, so they're watching the left media that says he's racist, and so that's why it turns off a lot of people of color.
Some of the
That's
things
true.
I've heard.
That's actually one thing I've said earlier in this video. No, I'm not afraid to admit it, like, because I'm not really into that word. I focus on making my life better. I focus, of course, on my people, the betterment of my people. But I'm not into politics like that. I don't understand as much as I probably should at this age. However, it's narratives that you hear. If you're on social media or if you watch TV, of course, it's narratives. And a lot of the knowledge I have on this is narratives. And she just made a point. Like, she's right. I ain't gonna lie.
Some of the things you've heard are not true. And the only way you can figure it out for yourself is to actually come and talk to the people themselves. Let's do it. Come on, let's talk.
I support Trump because he supports American values.
American values?
He supports
and what American values? So let me tell you what American values are.
Listen to me. I'm an immigrant to this country, right? I came here through a process, right? Through a process, right? Everybody that comes to this country should go through a process.
So the settlers that came back here in 1619.
Oh God, 1619. Get out of here.
Well, you have to start somewhere.
It's 2020. There's a new process.
So why was Donald Trump in Virginia the other day celebrating?
We gotta go.
Celebrating 400 years. What about my people? What about my ancestors? What about all of that? Come on now.
But what about today and what we can do moving forward? I see these people. I think
the only way to move forward, a bank robber.
See?
A bank robber don't get to keep the money if he get caught. It's over.
Okay, so it seems like his biggest dilemma here that I've noticed is that he's saying, what about the past? Like, what about what happened in 1619 and how, I'm assuming he's saying Trump represents those values of what happened to our people. I guess the only problem with that is that I've noticed, well, it's a few problems. The first one I've noticed that you're implying that Trump's values or his, people supported what happened in 1619 to our people. I'm not saying they do. I'm not saying they don't. However, it's not really, you can't really make allegations like that without having any proof. So saying I support American values doesn't automatically mean that you support the detriment of the African American community or you support slavery. That's not what they're saying. They're saying they support American values in the modern context. So I think that's where he's having the biggest dilemma, saying if you support American values, then you obviously support this right here. But that's not really what they're saying. They're not even, I think in their minds, they're not even thinking about the past. They're thinking more so about they support American values today. But what he's saying is like, what about what happened in 1619 to our people? And they're like, what? I'm not even referring to that. That has nothing to do with what I feel about today, which if you're electing a president in modern time, you do have to consider the values today, but also history is also very important. And I think everyone should understand the history of their countries and the history of just the past so we don't repeat it.
Okay, to go back in history and say, oh, these people murdered these people.
I think it's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy. So
it's sad, but I think at the same time, America is the greatest country. We have the right to free speech. We have free speech. We have the right to self-defense, to protect ourselves. We have the right to not be given unwarranted searches and seizures. I mean, we have great rights.
That's if you have a whiteness about you. If you have a blackness, you don't get to enjoy it. I have been through it, man. I was just down in St. Louis at the Ferguson thing. I had a microphone. The damn police came up and started beating me up for nothing. I got a microphone.
We're not saying that, it's not an issue with black people, and it is an issue with black people being mistreated. What we're saying is that the policies and the ideas that this group of people have here is they're trying to move forward. They're trying to make America the greatest it can be. They want jobs. They want economic growth. They want unity. Let's talk to some more of these people because they're going to be able to tell you the best.
That's true.
Immigration.
Now, is immigration so important to you?
Well, if you let more people in here, it takes down our wages of our jobs, and our wages go down, and American people's wages go down.
And why do the wages?
Americans got to work for $8 an hour.
InfoWars, hell yeah.
So why do our wages go down?
Because they work for cheaper wages, and there's more people out there. There's more of us.
So basically, he's worried about the illegal immigrants that come here. They work under the tables, they get paid really low, and then Americans get put out of work.
Exactly. And it's even harder to find the jobs.
So if they came legally, they would have citizenship, and they would also be able to be hired legally.
Exactly.
And then they would be being paid the good wage as well.
Yep.
So in a way, the illegal immigrants get kind of
I'm all for immigration coming in legally. Don't act like I don't.
One thing I've noticed so far in this video is that the Trump supporters she's talking to put a very strong emphasis on the structural strength of America. So everything that they talk about, they're saying, well, he's making America better. He's building up our economy. He's removing, illegal immigration. All in all, he's just trying to uphold America to a higher standard and make us great. And they said that America is the greatest country, and they wanted to stay that way. That's what they're implying. What he's saying, the dude in the pink, it's a term for the hat, but I don't know it. The dude in the pink hat is saying that, well, what makes America the greatest country? What we want other things? But the problem with his stance, like, I'm not even saying his political stance, but the problem with his reasoning is that although you don't necessarily agree with Donald Trump or you don't agree with him as a person, you are still an American citizen. So in the forefront of your mind, you should also be thinking, how can we make this country better? Because even though you don't want to admit it, your children may grow up in this country, or your nieces and nephews, or your friends are growing up in this country. The future generations of your descendants will definitely grow up here. And you, even on your hand, you are also a citizen in the United States of America. So you shouldn't be thinking in my opinion, that your country, your home country, is not worth it. Because if you're thinking that, unless you plan to leave the country and go somewhere else, this is your home. So you need to defend your home and try to protect your home and make your home better. So having the reasoning saying, well, America's not the best, America sucks, or nah, forget that, man, America's terrible. You shouldn't have that reasoning. Regardless of your political party, your race, you should not have that reasoning, especially if you're a citizen here, because you have the same citizenship as him legally.
I want immigrants here, I do. I just don't want millions of them. I don't want 100,000 of them a month coming over here, and I don't want to hear this. They're all for... Here's the deal. We got Democrat parties wanting a free education, free Medicare, free everything. All that's going to do is tell the rest of the world, come here and live here.
Are your people immigrants here?
Immigrants, yeah, and they came lawfully. And when my family came here, there wasn't no welfare. When they came here, there wasn't no HUD. There wasn't no people giving out food stamps. Okay. When my ancestors came here, they came in with $100, and if they starved, they died.
Okay, so
now we come here and we feed you.
And that's the only thing I don't really like. He's not really arguing in good faith. He is, because you can't lie. Like his people did, like our people did go through stuff. No cap. Everybody knows that. No cap. But for what they're arguing and what he's arguing, I think the objective of the conversation would be like, how is America's going to be better in the future under which specific president? Because that's what it is. But, I mean, it just depends on your opinion about the subject. I don't think he's necessarily arguing in good faith, but that's subjective.
You get here and then at the same time you stomp on our flags and you tell everybody, I'm tired of it.
He's the best president since Abraham. What makes him special?
What he's done for our country, what he's done for all of us.
I have a ticket to go inside. Am I going to be safe inside?
Absolutely.
Well,
I would with me.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. See, there's been a couple people that said I can walk in with them and stuff.
To be honest with you, I would like to see more people of your skin tone with us. Right in here. You're safe.
If I go in there and I take and I just start getting brave and I say something like and
Are you a Trump supporter?
I'm an independent supporter.
Oh, he wants to hear too. He's trying to investigate too. He's an independent.
Center. I hope to see you.
Okay. But if I start booing, will I be okay?
Yeah.
No. Because it's a part of democracy to be able to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is our country.
But you know Donald to be like, get his ass out of here.
This dude is funny. I'm not even gonna cap. But I don't know if the Trump supporters are being patronizing, but they're just too calm, bro. Like this doesn't seem like it should be happening. But I don't know, man. But if y'all want to see the rest of this video, want me I guess watch the rest of this video, let me know. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this right here. Drop any comments, any suggestions, and I'll catch y'all later.